Hello and welcome. Today I'll be doing a swing state analysis on the state of Texas. But before we get started, please go subscribe. We're currently at 370 subscribers. Let's hit 400 by election day. We're 5 days away, so go and subscribe and let's get started. So I've already filled in the safe Republican and Democratic counties, and there's the remaining gray counties, which are going to be the swing counties, which will be likely in lean margins. Some could go in the safe, but it doesn't mean they will be safe. So I have the 2016 election map and the 2018 Senate map with Ted Cruz and Beto O'Rourke, and I have the 2016 exit polls. So we're going to go over a Trump map and a Biden map victory. In the state of Texas, Trump is a lot higher chance of winning the state. He has probably, in my opinion, he has probably a 98% chance realistically to win the state. I don't really see Joe Biden winning the state. It's going to be closer than 2016, but it's not going to be a flip yet or competitive, in my opinion. Early voting has suggested very high turnout, but also very high Republican turnout, with early vote giving Republicans 54%, not even including independents. So we're going to go over the El Paso area and the southern part of Texas first. So we're going to go to Hudspeth County, which went to Trump by 20 points, shifted about 10 towards Trump. In 2018, it went to Cruz by a likely margin. So safe in a Trump victory, likely in a Biden victory. In Brewster County, it went to Trump by 4, and it went to Beto O'Rourke by 6. So lean and likely. In Reeves County, it went to Hillary Clinton by 8, and it went to Beto O'Rourke by 5. Surprisingly, a shift towards Ted Cruz. So lean margin and a Trump victory, and probably a likely margin and a Biden victory. Oh, I did not fill in that county there. There we go. In La Verde County, it went to Hillary Clinton by 8, and it went to Beto O'Rourke by 6. So lean Biden in a Trump victory and likely Biden in a Biden victory. In Uvalde County, it went to Trump by 10. It went to, where is it? Here. It went to Ted Cruz by 10. This county will go likely in both scenarios. In LaSalle County, it went to Hillary Clinton by 12, and it went to Beto O'Rourke by 9. So likely and likely in both. In Frio County, it went to Hillary Clinton by 13. It went to Beto O'Rourke by 10. Likely and likely. In Kennedy County, it went to Hillary Clinton by 8. And it flipped to Ted Cruz by 13. So likely and lean. This is a county shifting towards Republicans, so I don't expect Biden to win the county if it shifted heavily back in a Democratic wave year where Beto O'Rourke visited all of the counties in Texas compared to Joe Biden only doing a couple of visits. In Jim Wells County, it went to Hillary Clinton by 11, and it went to Beto O'Rourke by 8. So likely both scenarios. In Kilburg County, went to Clinton by 3, and it went to Beto O'Rourke by 4. So lean and likely in a Biden victory. In Nueces County went to Trump by 1.5, and it flipped to Beto O'Rourke by 1.5. So lean Trump and lean Biden. In San Patricio County, it went to Trump by 34-24, and it went to, why do I not have that filled in? This is a safe county. In B County, it went to Trump by 15, and it went to Ted Cruz by 22. So both safe, trending Republican. Now we're going to go to Houston. It went to Hillary Clinton by about 12.5, and it went to Beto O'Rourke by about 16.5. So in a Trump victory, it'll go likely. In a Biden victory, it will have to go safe to Joe Biden. In Fort Bend County, it went to Hillary Clinton by 6, and it went to Beto O'Rourke by 12. So likely in both, just a larger margin, a Biden victory. In Jefferson County, it went to Donald Trump by 0.5 point. It went to Beto O'Rourke by 0.5 point. So lean Trump and lean Biden. In San Antonio, it went to Clinton by 13, and it went to Beto O'Rourke by 20. So probably safe in both. This is a trending blue county. In Hayes, it went to Trump by 1%. It went to Beto O'Rourke by 16. This is also a trending county, so most likely a lean Biden and likely in a Biden victory. In Caldwell County, went to Trump by 16. It went to Beto O'Rourke by, Ted Cruz by 8. So safe and likely. In Bastrop County, went to Trump by 20, and in 2018, it went to Cruz by 10. Safe and likely. In Williamson County, went to Trump by 10. Flipped, went to Beto O'Rourke by 2. So likely and lean Biden. In Bell County, it went to Trump by 15, and it went to Cruz by 10. Safe and likely. Moving up to Dallas and Fort Worth. Fort Worth County went to Trump by 8, and it went to Beto O'Rourke by 0.5 point. Likely and lean. Now the final two counties. Collin County went to Trump by about 18, went to Cruz by 6. In a Trump victory, it'll go safe, and in Biden victory, this will have to go lean Trump. In Denton County, went to Trump by 20, went to Ted Cruz by 8. It's another county that will go safe but lean in a Biden victory. So there is 5 pivot counties, which are Brewster, Williamson County, Nueces County, Jefferson County. Am I forgetting any? No, that is all the swing counties. So that's a Trump victory map. That's a Biden victory map. Going into the exit polls of groups of voters that Trump and Biden have to win over. Biden will have to substantially improve the female base. Clinton only won by 2% there. Biden would have to get at least probably the same amount of women vote than male vote for Trump, so probably at least 55 to 58%, somewhere around there, which is going to be very difficult. That's a 9-point swing. That's not even counting if Biden holds the male support in Texas from Clinton. Biden will also have to expand the younger vote, 18 to 29, the 30 to 44. He would have to win over by at least probably 8 points and narrow the 45 to 65 and older vote. Among race, Biden would have to improve his numbers among Latino voters and black voters, as well as white voters, underperforming all the national average in the state in 2016. Trump won 29% of Latinos, 8% of blacks, and about 58% of whites, I think it was. So Clinton underperformed the complete average of all races, so Biden would have to expand the support among Latinos, blacks, and whites to win the state over. Another key demographic to win this election for Biden would be white women. Heavily went to Trump, 2 to 1. Biden would have to at least get probably 38 to 40% of support to even have a chance of winning the state. That's not even accounting 71% of white men went for Trump. Among Latino men, 41% went to Trump, 53% to Clinton. That is not at all a good number. If Biden's going to have a chance of winning the state, this would have to drop below 30%. Among education, Biden would probably have to win over the post-grads, close the gap with the college grads. Trump's likely to expand the high school and less and some college degrees. In income, Biden would have to get the $30,000 to $50,000 income range, as well as expand the support among the $30,000 income range to win the state. In Party ID, there's 9 points more Republicans than Democrats. Biden would have to win independents over to win the state. Trump won over independents last time, so we'll see what happens. That's a third of the vote. Here we go. Most important issues facing the country. Number one will be economy this time around in the state of Texas, followed by probably COVID-19, crime/race relations, and then I'd say immigration. In region, Trump will heavily win over the East and West. The battle areas to win over the state is the South, Central, Houston, Dallas, Fort Worth, and Latino Southwest for a Biden victory in the state. Biden would have to at least win the Central and expand the majorities among the Latino Southwest and the Dallas, Fort Worth areas. Trump won over the rural areas and suburban areas very heavily and got close with the urban areas, which Biden would have to expand a lead of at least probably 15 to 20 points. Last time Clinton won it by only 11. That doesn't even account for suburban area voters, which went to Trump in the state by about 21 points. Biden would have to close that gap as well and at least get probably 42% of the suburban vote, as well as at least 60% of the urban vote to win the state. So this is the final map. So it's a Trump victory and a Biden victory. The state is definitely, in my opinion, going to go to Trump. I do not see any scenario where Trump loses Texas. I give Trump a 98% chance of winning the state. There is still a chance for Biden to flip it, but I really don't see it realistically happening. There's polls that show Biden leading in the state. I don't at all believe it. Since the early voting numbers have been coming out, it's continued my belief of what will happen in the state, which is going to be probably a 6 to 7 point victory for Trump, a 3-point net swing towards Democratic presidential candidates. Last time I went to Trump by about 9.5. Thank you for watching. Please go like, comment, and subscribe. Let's hit 400 subscribers by the end of the month. Thank you for watching.